Welcome back to the Realm Report. It's been a very busy month as we recently celebrated another anniversary in the old world. I'll touch more on that in a bit, but for now, let's jump right into the topics. August 1st saw the introduction of a brand new Groundskeeper for the shopping district. After an exhaustive search spanning nearly 2 months, I was beginning to believe that we'd never find anyone with the skill set necessary to take on the role. But while conducting interviews with a few potential candidates, I was constantly bombarded with messages from the Amazon Turtle, practically begging me to give him a shot. While I did have some concerns, in particular his recent alignment with A&W, it wouldn't be the first time that a groundskeeper in the old world was associated with an evil organization. In fact, it's actually the 4th time. Anyway, moving forward, Chicken and Turtle will be the 2 groundskeepers overseeing the shopping district. Any new shops or general questions can be submitted through the Shop Submissions channel. On August 13th, before gathering for the annual group photo, an auction was held over in the Capitol. A big focus of this auction was to find new owners for several builds that had long been abandoned and forgotten about. In addition, we also had some of the usual stuff like shops and mystery boxes. Another auction is planned to be held in a few months, so feel free to message either myself or Princess with anything you'd like to see added to the next one. Following the auction, a bunch of us gathered behind the White House for this year's annual anniversary group photo. Several oldies had made the trip over earlier in the day and logged out over at the photo location, which really helped streamline the process. I had some concerns that having that many people traveling at once could potentially strain the resources and result in a crash, but we were fortunate in that didn't happen. Prior to the photo, we had Black Lightning on site selling lucky lotto tickets, and Lynn and Princess were handing out collectible shovels and bows. Overall, we set a new record for the most people ever on the server at a single time, with 42 online simultaneously. This beat the previous record of 35 we had last year. I know it was more challenging for some to attend than others due to time zone differences and pre-existing obligations. I just wanted to say I appreciate everyone who was able to make it for the photo. I'd also like to thank all the people who reached out to me about not being able to make it, and hopefully circumstances align better next year so that you're able to join us. Unfortunately, Rescuelin was dealing with some connection issues during the photo, which resulted in her having limited availability. This meant that not everyone was able to obtain their personalized shovel. If you attended the group photo but never received a shovel, it's still not too late to claim one. One person who found themselves in this situation was Upton. He's back with us again to provide an overview of the shovel retrieval process. Or Lynn can just put it in your mailbox. This month we held a series of group builds over in the jungle in order to get the ball rolling on the jungle racetrack. At the August 2nd group build, our first priority was to spam torches all throughout the area to limit the amount of mobs we'd have to deal with. Following that, we worked on converting some of the bamboo we had on hand so that we could start building up the perimeter wall. Unfortunately, we ended up running out of resources pretty quickly, so the remainder of the night was spent placing frog lights all around the trees. On August 7th, we returned to the project with more bamboo and once again got to work converting it to the stripped version we needed. We attempted a new method to get this done faster, with a few of us forming an assembly line while the rest focused on building up the wall. Once the blocks were all converted, we were able to tackle the rest of it as a group and managed to take it up to a 115 block height. The August 15th group build was centered around laying the track itself. The blueprints I had drawn up were divided into 4 distinct sections, and each of us worked on our own portion until it all came together. The result was a track that incorporated not only the trees, but some of the hills in the jungle, and gave the whole thing a really cool aesthetic. Although we managed to get a decent amount of work done this month, there's still a lot left to do before it's complete. Several more group builds will be scheduled in the coming weeks as we try to get the last of the work done over there. So if you're ever on the server and struggling to find something to do, I encourage you to come join us for a group build. There were several oldies who have been unable to attend the group builds, but instead have donated a ton of resources to the project. A few that I'd like to mention are Peculiar, Sam, and Giggy, but I also wanted to address one person in particular who donated the majority of the bamboo that was used to construct the massive perimeter wall around the track. In fact, this person was so instrumental in supplying us with the bamboo we needed that had they not done so, it's possible we'd still be working on that portion of the track, and that's Mass Spider. So thanks to everyone that's assisted so far. The track is really shaping up, and I'm looking forward to trying it out at the Jungle Grand Prix when we hold that in November. Princess hosted a suburban build competition over in the capital this month, and a bunch of really cool builds sprung up along Old North Road. The end of the month brings an end to the competition, and the voting process will begin in the next few days. For this one, a representative from each community will be reviewing and scoring the builds. Whichever build scores the most points will determine the winner. Although the build comp is ending, the option is always available for anyone who may want to add a build while working at their own pace. Thanks to everyone who participated in the competition. Although this month's build competition is coming to a close, there's another one right around the corner. Next month, Willow will be holding another build competition over on the island. This one will be a little unique in that it's actually taking place inside her base. The theme for this one will be a fairy garden, so it's something different from what we've done previously. We'll be creating a forum post with all the details about the competition itself, including what prizes will be available. It'll run all throughout the month, so there will be plenty of time for those who want to participate and add their submission. On August 27th, we held our third annual Jungle Run. Just like the previous year's race, this one was also set up by BMX, who made some slight adjustments to increase the challenge. One of the more controversial changes was a more complicated maze that stumped several oldies and basically crushed any hope they had of winning. Zulu once again claimed the first place spot, becoming the first person to three-peat an event. In the aftermath of the first race, we decided to do a fun run using suspicious stews with various status effects, and there was also a treasure hidden somewhere throughout the run. Overall, we nearly doubled the attendance of last year's race with 16 participants, so thanks to BMX for all the prep work on the race. Although I didn't expect to actually beat Zulu, because he obviously cheats, I participated in the race mainly to promote the latest outfit in the Capital Creepers fashion line. Beginning today, the Capital Creepers branded tracksuit is officially on sale at Custom Outfitters Inc. in the shopping district, so if you'd like to support the greatest team in the history of swimball, head on over and pick up your tracksuit today. The next race in the Grand Prix series will be the Capital Grand Prix 2023. For those who don't know, this racetrack, which Princess has dubbed Peck's Peculiar Pace Track, has been a work in progress for as nearly as long as I've been working on the White House. In fact, in the time since it was started, the Nether Colony, the Island, and the Aquarius tracks have all been built, and the Jungle track is also nearing completion. With that in mind, this should be the greatest racetrack ever built in the history of the old world, and anything less will be unacceptable. To get to the track, Princess has prepared a direct path from the Nether Hub, which will take you straight to the event, so you should definitely join us for the Capital Grand Prix 2023 when it's held on September 10th. Next month, we'll be holding our second Withering event. Back in April, the first Withering was held in an alternative map using the shopping district as our battlefield. For those who may have missed it, this was a PvE-style event where a group of us teamed up to battle 11 Withers. After it was finished, I decided to turn it into a biannual event, with the setting rotating each time as a way to make each one unique. This next Withering will be taking place on the island, so we'll have a limited amount of land to work with. If you plan to attend this event, it's very important that you mark yourself interested, as the amount of people who do so will determine how many Withers we face off against in the battle. The weapon and armor situation will be handled just like last time, where I'll be providing participants with a set of coordinates on where to leave their stuff the night before. And with that said, Withering the Island will be held on September 24th. And that wraps things up for this edition of the Realm Report. See you on the server.
I got 2.5 hearts. Just punch me a couple times. Oh, I had some half a heart. No.
See? I told you. Lynn's killing people.